Do you ever think about your legacy? What will people say about you when you're gone? For our latest Inspiring 815 recipient, he has nothing to worry about. Enjoy this story on the life and legacy of Joe Salvi.
Joe was a hoot.
Joe was a guy who did it his way.
His cowboy hat. He went nowhere without his cowboy hat.
WLUV has blasted tunes across the state line for decades, but when the mic's not hot, Joe Salvi is quite often the topic of conversation.
A bunch of guys started a high school radio station at Auburn. I'm a Rockford native. And Joe Salvi, who owned this radio station, called and he says, "You want to work for a real radio station?" And a week later, I was doing Afternoon Drive.
Licensed in February 1963, Angelo Joseph Salvi built a breeding ground for Rockford radio talent. Tim Larson is just one example of Joe's tutelage, as is Chuck Doyle.
This is the radio station that I came on as my first radio job in 1977. He served a community that needed this kind of format, basically, and nobody else would play it.
WLUV is Rockford's first country western radio station and the first to play black soul music. He brought NASCAR and other sporting events to people's ears. Joe put everything he had into this station until the very end.
My uncle passed away in January 2020. I was asked by my aunt, Kay Rinaldi, to be the administrator for the radio station.
Sue carried the WLUV torch after her uncle's passing until the end of this month. Come December, the station will be sold, but Joe's legacy is a value that will never diminish.
Those people live on as long as there are people that remember him, because there's always somebody to share a story. And I love hearing those stories.
Joe Salvi, Inspiring 815 with a labor of love spanning a lifetime, broadcast loud and clear for state line ears. For your 13 Weather Authority, Evan Leake, 13 News. As always, we need your help honoring and recognizing people in our area who impact lives through civility. You can fill out a nomination form on our Inspiring 815 page at WREX.com or send us an email at inspiring815@WREX.com.